Germany is a football nation, that's clear. But how about India with a population of almost 1.5 billion? Is there a chance that football becomes the national sport? Well, there is one guy who tries his very best and who stands a very good chance of making it. He pulls a lot of strings. He brings technology, philosophy, and a lot of passion into his project of making football big in India. Let's meet the sports philosopher Kaushik Moulik. We're here in Munich and we're meeting the sports philosopher Kaushik Moulik. Hello, Kaushik.
Hi, thank you, Philip, to be with you.
Kaushik, first of all, Munich.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
It's a lot because my footballing philosophy or footballing journey starts from here from 2007 onwards with bringing the Oliver Kahn farewell match in India. It was an amazing experience with Oliver. Then have the Bayern Munich second team. They go to the first time any German team go to India for a winter camp.
Oh, wow.
And that I still remember that the team consists of Guttmuller as a assistant coach of the team and this young Thomas Muller and Botstuber, they played. It's a fantastic memory. And Oliver Kahn's farewell is supposed to be in Indonesia because they are going to Asia trip. In an Asia trip, they plan to have India first, then Indonesia, and then come back. But then the idea struck me. Then I heard about that. There's a last tour. Then I have struck my idea if the Bayern Munich are going to play in India and Bengal in Calcutta, you play against a local football giant in India, Mohan Bagan. It's a very fantastic story for India. But if you can make it Oliver's farewell match, story to the world, then I asked Rummenigge, why not you change this thing? To be like to reverse. First Indonesia, then come. And then he said this is decision of Oli. And Oli that time is a real titan. Then I spoke to him. So he want to his last farewell match to be in 120,000 crowd in presence or 40,000. So I'm pretty sure I knew the answer. And it was yes.
So he had his farewell match in India?
It is in India, in Kolkata, wow. from Bayern.
And I just met somebody while I was coming to the interview. Yeah. He said, no, Indians don't play football, but they do. They have a long history.
Absolutely.
But how would you say, how's the development right now?
We have a very good ecosystem. It means virtual ecosystem is not talking. I talk about the real. In every school, they have a ground, they have a game teacher, but not methodically. If you see why we're a little bit away, we talk about 50s, 60s and 70s until 80s, we are good at a nation level, very good at nation level. When we're competing, beat a lot of big teams now, they're big, we can beat a very good, very convincing margin. But when the football comes in shaping the technology and it comes in the picture, then we a little backside because we're not coping with the passion technology. We need a passion and technology together, then you score. So technology feel a little behind. So we're not coping up with what the football is. If you see 90s onwards and till now, football jumping like anything. Of course, there's a passion, but it's now more data driven. Your passion is also be monitored by data. So this is really lacking. The interest level of last 10, 15 years, if you see as India as a community, the worldwide community, we call it a global citizen. In our kids nowadays, in the school level, every kid wants to be. Maybe they want to be Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, Musiala, all. They are their dream. If you ask anybody in Indian schools in the age of 8 to 10, 10 to 12 in between, when they are always in a dream and aspirations, they all want to be like that and try to play in Bayern Munich or Juventus, Barca, Madrid, Liverpool. These are a whole aura. And if you see, why I'm making a more, we are running as a clapping nations. If you see the FIFA World Cup is highest in India. If you see all four best league, Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, all four together, 380 million viewers in these all four leagues. And we have crazy enormous. What is lacking for last 10, 15 years, I'm trying to bridge that gap and already we tried to do that. A lot of things we did it already. The curriculum is missing. This is important. And this missing step we need to take care. Curriculum, structure, data-driven process. India's and a good part of India is we have a technically very sound. We need to just do data-driven. And that we are doing do that.
Okay, then I think I should show you another part of this beautiful area here in Munich, and we can talk a little bit more about technology.
Yeah.
Because we're getting all your IT guys to Germany.
Yeah.
So you've got a pool of 1.4 billion, 1.5
billion,
billion people. So you have the technology to basically detect good players, no? I mean, it should be possible to get a better 11 than the German team.
Yes, yes. We have if you have an opportunity, you have 90 millions and 1.5 billions. If you talk about the number and data, we are far ahead. But what we're missing, we have a tremendous IT opportunity. We have a technology, AI, all smart technology we have in India. We have brilliant ideas. I try to bridge this because Germany has when you come to develop in sports IT or AI, you need an input of data. For example, you have a successful 30 years data or 50 years data from beginning because you have stored everything together. You are very precious on that. And now this is the unique way that we have created with the TCG and these Sports Intelligence Hub. We have just launched it here. Try to create like for example, the Ingolstadt. Every year they have 10,000 kids. They're trained. Now, if these 10,000 kids data of 8, 10, 12, whatever, and we have or we have the data of professional players, which you have, we have to somehow manage with the club and everything. Even here in Germany, they also, when you recruit player or buying player or whatever they're selling, they need the background of the player and all the probability. That's why we create a nice platform with M-Cube that we create a predictability. Two way we're doing that way. One side, because I always believe in the approach, you need to have a very low-hanging fruit also. We are also working with the age group 8, 10, 12, 14. But they have also AI-driven coaches can see it, and now today's technology. A German scout or coach can sitting here to understand his game or practice session. So we are doing that part. Simultaneously also, the 16, 17, 18 may not be their started career like all a structured like what we are talking about now, but they have also a lot of natural ingredients to grow with. You know what I mean? This we don't want to left over that people because they understood on the life. They have a very little time to have to decide. They are in a state of Shakespearean dilemma, to be or not to be. Because 16 to 18 they have to choose whether they to continue or they have a different story. So I try to bring these people through the DFB Pokal Under 17 tournament we're going to launch this year. The idea of we have a whole state. Every state have 64 teams. They play a tournament. We make a kind of a scouting and also physical scout build there, also digital scouting be there. And then out of 50,000 pool we create. You can call it Under 17 best pool in India. I'm just giving them one. You need to some point to start. Maybe hundreds of thousands are there. But just a starting point, we try to create 50,000 data point. And this data point will work out best 100 and best 100 out of 20. We try to bring a kind of a proof of concept in Germany to arrange some real trials in 4th or 5th tier or 3rd tier leagues. Because I want to connect. Idea is you need to a pipeline. Yes, we can. 8, 10, 12, 14, fine. 14 to 16, they start dreaming. Hi, I'm good. So why? Where have to play? Then 16 to 18, then again, how I play? Because I have to be carrier or what to do? Again a dilemma. This 3 years is a kind of a Shakespearean dilemma among the youth players. That point of time, I don't want to lose them. I want to show that, hey, if you're good enough, we give a platform. I always believe technology is one part, but technology needs human interference. That means emotions. And we try to bridge emotion to make a technology more acceleratory. Try to find data with emotions. And also, when you have a data, you can also structure the emotional quotient also. Because when I want to be restless some point of time. Now this KPI can also say what KPI we are. Like me and Jan has working a project, this biological age, and it's created from the Ronaldo. Mm-hmm. Same thing can be just reverse. We can done. We are research and we found a lot of good stuff. We can call it a psychological age too. For example, a kid of 12 or 14, they have a thought process or capability maybe 20 years. So we can train them like this. Even if, for example, a 40-year-old, a player or coach, they can think about 25 years. That again, this KPIs. A 80 years old person, he can think about 60. So change the life. So this sports is, we are talking about this sports is an integral part of our daily life. Mm-hmm. So if you want to improve our daily life, we should mix with the technology and passion together.
That also goes into the area of longevity. Like,
yeah, of course.
Because if you think like a 60-year-old when you're 80 years old,
you feel comfortable.
You feel much more comfortable.
Psychologically, when you're 80, oh, my day's over. Yeah. So if you thought, oh no, I'm thinking of 60 year, or a boy of 14 years, he has excellent talent, but some point of time you need the mental KPIs. Mm-hmm. Out of 212 KPIs, which I discussed with Ian and other, also Didi, they are professional. They said there's around 50 to 60 KPIs on psychological aspects. So we are trying to focusing on more on psychology because from Indian perspective, you look at Indian perspective, we have a lot of issues. We feel inferior. Mm-hmm. We never tested. That's why I like the Hoffenheim tagline: "We test, never guess."
Mm-hmm. I think that the DFB and all the German guys, aren't they scared? I mean, because you've got 1.4 billion people, to come back to my first question, then you will have a better 11 than the Germans.
That I could not say, I can't answer this way, but I just think a little philosophical way. If we, every millions kids in the age 8, 9, 10, 12, they have a dream, and we shattered the dream. Because it's a pity in this whole world is called global village, and Indians are so strong in IT, technology, communication. Our economy is now 4th largest economy. So every positivity we have, why still our kids, millions kids, every day dreamt, and next morning they just fell off. It's not possible. Kids 5, 6 years, they doesn't need the technology. The passion. Let's play. Take the ball and kick the ball, have the ball, friendship. This we are enormous. The energy talk about the energy. We have so much energy in our kids, but slowly we keep our energy die down. Mm-hmm. Why? Because we not give a pathway. Mm-hmm. And we have everything just to believe and just to get a right strategy for it.
So let's see what your beliefs are. So let's talk a little bit about the vision.
Yeah, of course.
How do you think in 10 years' time, how is the landscape of football in India going to look, and what can Bavaria, Germany do to help you?
Yeah, the reason is, Philip, I'm pretty sure when I give one story how belief comes in picture. Just 2 weeks before, I was in a cab, and a Moroccan cab driver drove me to the airport, and I congratulated him because they're hosting the World Cup. And the cab driver Moroccan said, Mr. Moulik, I don't believe the 1.5 billion people don't have a World Cupper. It struck me. This in a Moroccan can believe, and we should believe. We are already believing.
So what has to happen now, and how do you see the future? What has to happen in order for you to be part of the World Cup?
Yeah, that's a reason of the first we have every platform is set. If you ask any developing footballing nation, they always talk about the first lesson of football is enthusiasm, which is the basics. And trust me, Philip, the enthusiasm in India, kids, village to urban to any part, was superb. But the enthusiasm slowly die down when they see there's no pathway. Like when you go to school, after class 1, class 2, class 3, and you have a curriculum. This was a missing link. We have everything. We have enthusiasm. We've also infrastructure. Not that. What we're missing is like a physical infrastructure is there, but we're missing a mental infrastructure. It means our thought process is still primitive. We never think about how to use, how to create a pathway. I create an academy. Okay. We use the best of technology. So it's okay. But now, after the academy, where is the next steps? They have to play. Unfortunately, India's football, we have a huge amateur setup. But a professional setup is not still enough to feed. If you have 2,000 footballer comes into the picture, we don't have an opportunity to feed this for 2,000 kids to play. So an important thing, one part is to, what I proceed and we try to do it, to 8, 10, 12, making a structure, curriculum approach with a nice way to who understand the kid psychology. And Germany and Munich can play a bigger role. We have very good cooperations with Ingolstadt, with DFB. DFB also supporting the DFB Pokal in India is coming in.
The German Football Federation.
German Federation. Because when you have football, this year we have fantastic, we created a democratize the football. Means in football previously any international or this kind of big brands are under the pay packet. Now this year, from this year onwards, we make it democratize. This Pokal final has broadcasted 31 broadcaster in India, in different languages also. It reaches every nook and corner of India. That means first you have to see, and then you ask them, yeah, this is mine. I can be there. The visual impact and nowadays on the kids is much more than talk about the teaching or some theoretical stuff. So these are the impact is taken care. And now 14 to 17, I am planning to these kids to come regularly to Europe and European kids to go there, mix each other, to believe their self. I can. When you can, I can. This is the major part with missing. One part, yes, of course, technology. India is also very good at technology, but we need to support from the Germany. They are structured the whole thing. They have a huge pool of database, which is a database of kids to growing, database all the players, and we use the database, use our AI or other sports intelligence together to bring a curriculum phase. That's the whole idea.
Do you need help from politics? Do you need help from the sports federations? Who can help to accelerate this process?
Yeah, you're talking with Indian perspective?
Both.
Or both? So I'm just answering two parts. First, from the Indian perspective. We are already involving the government, associations, and we are focusing on the school. We are connecting around about 100,000 schools across India with the various organizing, like for example, how to connect. There's one beautiful tournament called Subrata Cup. It's from 60s onwards. It's a huge. That was one of the oldest scouting tournament you can call it. Before that. So we are also cooperating with them to make scouting, and we also to identify the talent is two phases we are doing. One phase is from 8 to 10, 12, 14, and after 14 we try to make them given exposure to the world of football, and also testing process. We are involved with the Ingolstadt's fantastic youth facility, kids facility together, and so Hoffenheim's exclusive high-end technology together. These two projects bringing together, and also have created the India Football Center. We have already started in Ingolstadt. The idea of India Football Center is to also, for Indian talent pool, we try to create Indian diaspora kids to be in football here. The advantage is this also grow up with German kids, European kids. They can believe I can. So belief level is here high, and immediately also this transforming these Indian kids together, they should feel they can. My first objective to start the believing, yes, I can, and you can. And from not only perspective of the kids or player, also the families, also the political quotient like a government, and also the federation too. So it's not a question of individual, it's a collective belief that yes, we can. We are working on it. And simultaneously, we are getting support from like Ingolstadt, Hoffenheim, DFB, DFL, and also support from the Indian diaspora here to bring them try to give a bridge, and the bridge of the connector between two nations, and to build a nice football culture. It's football. I also believe football is not it's a kind of a way of life, and sports as per se, it connects people. And not only that, every kid can be a superstar. But one thing they can achieve if you're doing in the sports or football, definitely, they can be a good human being. So that is our pursuit to being a good human being, you need to have your fresh and clear idea to get your talent. Identify talent, use it. What is a talent? First comes in, if I want football or any sports, the kids should be enthused about it. There's the biggest advantage in India, the emotional quotient, the enthusiasm, enormous. But we never cultivated to enthusiasm into a reality that we need a bridge with technology and understanding and creating an ambience so that when they grow together, 8, 10, 12, 14, they should believe, yes, I can. This is the missing link. I try to bridge the dots.
Well, you're the best ambassador for the saying, yes, I can. And if we hear Kaushik talk, then we can all believe, yes, we can. So I wish you all the very best
Thank you, Philip,
for the future of Indian football.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Okay.